Hello friends, so today I'm in a wee place called Torwood in Scotland. It's in the kind of Falkirk area, and there's quite a few wee interesting sites round about here. I've never been before, but for what I can make out, there's like a ruined castle, and I think somebody's took the castle over and they're trying to rebuild it. And then there's an ancient ruined Scottish broch, and a broch is basically like an ancient Scottish castle, so it's like a kind of round structure, but it'll just be ruins anyway, but it's quite interesting. And then there's also a mysterious blue pool, so it's meant to be like a bright blue colour, and I think it's related to like the kind of mining heritage that was all around about here. So, and there's woodlands and all that, so it should be quite a good wee wander about, good wee adventure. So we'll saddle up and let's go. So they must be planting like a new pine forest up here, because it looks a bit devastated. But back down there, the way I came up, it's like they're planting new, like young pine trees. So again, this was probably used to be a crop wood. Maybe they're replacing them with a longer term forest. But for me, it's always sad to see all the trees all cut down. But on the plus side, maybe I'll find a nice stick or a good bit of wood that I can take home, because I always like to, being a craftsman and that, always love wood. So if I got a nice stick, I'll be taking that with me. Wish this wasn't really the start of the walk, because that's like a nice tree slice there. Make a nice cutting board or wee tabletop. Some view you got up here as well. That's like Grangemouth down there in the Firth of Forth, and going away back out to the, like heading towards Edinburgh and stuff. Oh, it's a shame I can't carry the tree slice away around this walk, but I found a stick that could be a good contender for a walking stick. I can take that home and sand it and carve it up. That'll come with me on many other walks and journeys. Well, I've found the broch. I think that's it right there in front of me. I'll go up and see. So you can see why they would build things like this. Like, you're way up, high up. Can't really see it good on the camera, but it's like a commanding position way up the hill. And the Broch, obviously, I'll show you, it's like a round structure. It's got different, it's like inner and outer walls, and it would have had a spiral staircase in between the two walls going up to the top, and in the middle you probably would have had a hearth or a fire to heat the place up. It was quite advanced for when it was. I'm sure it was like way back in the kind of Bronze Age or something, like the Pics and the Celts, maybe even before that. A really cool place. Well, here we wander around and show you. So that's the path there that I've came up and in. So that would have been the main entrance down there. That would have been the doorway into the centre. So that's the centre in there. That's probably where the hearth or the fireplace would have been to heat the walls. And if you go round, as you're in a really high commanding place up here, so you can see why it would be built. It's a bit like castles, like they always build castles up in hills. This is pretty much the same. And if you see that doorway down there, that's the doorway into in between the outer and the inner wall. And I'll show you, that's where the spiral staircase would have been. So this would have came up and round, would have went all the way to the top. So that would have been the outer wall. This is the inner wall. And as you come round, there's a staircase there. And that would keep going up and round like a spiral all the way to the top. So it's kind of like a tower, maybe like a cone-shaped tower, something similar to that. A really cool place. I've always wanted to see a broch. It's like part of ancient Scottish history kind of thing. Really interesting to me. This is the first one I've seen. Really cool. So what I can make out, we're off to the blue pool now, the mysterious blue pool. I think that's straight up ahead up here. Then the castle's back down the other way. Quite a nice wee walk. It's a bit off-road though, like where the trees cut down and stuff. But it's nice. I've just been in the woods, just wandering. You can hear like the digger or something in the background there. This reminds me of like Fern Gully. They're cutting down all the trees and all that. And you've got all the fairies and stuff. I'm probably a bit different looking for a fairy. The guy will probably run away if he sees me coming out the woods with my stick and all that, my staff. Aye, so you can see there's like an overturned tree. So like the wind's caught that and took it down. That's like underneath the tree. And there's the tree trunk up there. So that's basically, it's the same as up where I stay, up at B Craig's. So all these trees, they were grown as like a crop. So like they were like basically modified so they would grow tall and straight and fast, and the root system wouldn't be that deep. But what seems to be happening round about Scotland now, or round about this kind of area, is they're chopping all these cropwood trees down and they seem to be replanting them with more like native trees, like more natural forests, so that the forests stay and they last. Which it looks terrible now, But imagine in the future for generations, again, it'll be really worth doing, I think. Make the forest like a proper forest again. So it's pretty cool. It's a long-term project though, but pretty cool. I just bumped into like a local dog walker there. She was saying that, like, I did see it online, there is like a loop path you can loop round, but once I got here it was quite hard to figure out where it actually goes. And then see, because they've cut all the trees down and all the paths are all kind of a mess, it's really hard to figure out which way it was, but I'm on the right track anyway. As long as I see the sights, we're alright. So we did the Broch. That's a big thing for me. Like I say, I always wanted to see one. The blue pool's down this way, and it's back down to head towards the castle. So I don't think it would take too long if you came, maybe an hour, something like that, if you were walking. But really nice day for it as well. You always know where you're going, eh? You just follow these. I've seen this as well in the tree. Wonder if that's one of the like geo locations. There's another one there. I think it's like a kind of a game you can play. You find the location and then tag it, because it's got like one of the QR codes on it. So you can tag it and say you were here. I think it's all like done by satellites and that. Because there's some up the Bavgate Hills as well, up where I stay. It's quite cool. Follow this path down, get to this blue pool. So they're up here logging, eh? My day is like, it's a bit mixed emotions for me, because I'm a craftsman and a joiner. Like, I love wood, I hate seeing trees cut down, but also do love making stuff out of wood as well. So seeing all these logs here is like a dream for me at the same time as a nightmare. But I don't think it's down that way anyway. I'm pretty sure it's up here through this gate. So I'm not sure if this will work, because it's just a wee, like my phone camera I've got. But that's the castle there, just right there. Looks pretty cool. So I take it it'll come back to that. I'm pretty sure this blue pool is right down this path down here. It's a really beautiful day. So this is the famous blue pool, the Torwood blue pool. It's actually really blue. I'm thinking it is like some kind of mine shaft, and it'd be some kind of metal ore they were mining. That's what turns the water blue, because I reckon that must be hundreds of feet deep. Not sure. Copper turns green, doesn't it? Maybe turns blue in water, not really sure. Could have been like copper ore or something like that they were mining. It does seem just a bit random, like you're in the middle of nowhere in the woods. And you've got a blue pool. It's really nice though. I've seen a few things online saying it wasn't really what the pictures looked like, but it is, maybe just wasn't sunny. It's definitely got a kind of blue greeny tinge. You're in the woods there. Again, stuff like that annoys me, or people dumping their rubbish out in the woods. Maybe that's what I use the stick for. Hit anybody I see doing it. Aye, that's cracking, that's beautiful. The Torwood Blue Pool. So I think I've took the wrong track, because it's like a figure eight almost. Not quite rounded like that, but it's like two loops that interlap together. And I think, see, because they started cutting all the trees down, it's quite hard to work out where the path is. So I think I've went the wrong way, but I'm pretty sure, well, I came from down that way. I'm pretty sure I can go back up that way, and that'll take me back across to where I seen all the logs, and then down towards the castle, and back down to where I parked the van. But I'll see if I can get a cool picture here for the thumbnail or that, and I'll continue on. But aye, really nice. Glad I came. Oh well, I got some peace there before the diggers started up. Take it, this must be like an estate, the Torwood estate. You get that quite a lot in Scotland, where it used to be like a mansion house or a country house or a castle. They always had an estate. It'd be like woods and rivers and ponds and stuff, and they would get people that worked on the estate to kind of work the estate. It's probably still what's happening with the trees, and you get people hunting and fishing and stuff to supply the castle or the country manor or whatever. But it's different days now, changed days now, but I take it it'll be too dissimilar. Aye, really nice walk, this beautiful place. This is back to the tree graveyard. It can be really hard to follow the path like right now, where the way everything, all the ground's all mushed up for the machinery and stuff. But I'm pretty sure I'll go up there, take a right, and that'll take me back to where I was at the start, when I first seen all these big piles of logs. So the castle's just in here. Has been a great walk. There's a few people about as well. Always kind of laugh, because soon you're a man, you're just wandering the woods on your own. Folk just look at you like you're gonna like attack them or something, especially when you've got tattoos on your face and on your head and all that, wandering about with a stick. But it's quite funny. I just say hiya and walk on. But I will see this castle, because I do love a castle. It's one of my other favourite passions for nature, is see like history and castles and ruins and all that. Absolutely love it. So it's just down here anyway, so that's it there. It's pretty cool. It's like something out of Robin Hood. Kind of reminds me of that for some reason, apart from all the big windmills in the back. But we'll take a walk round, see if I can get round the side. Aye, so it's unclear. I take it like somebody owns that now. I think that was the story I heard. Somebody bought it and they're rebuilding it into a home. I see there's a wee gate down there, and it's shut. Obviously there's a big hole in this wall, but you want to be respectful, you don't want to trespass on people's property and stuff. So you can see it from here anyway. Pretty cool castle, like. Be well cool to buy a castle and rebuild it. That was always a dream of mine. That's Torwood Castle. Right, so I bumped into some teenagers there wandering about. They says you can go in, like into the grounds, but no into the castle, so that's good enough for me. If anybody says anything, I'll just blame them, But I'll not go right in, I just want to get a bit closer. So we'll just head in. It's a beautiful setting, like. That's the way I've came through over there, through the woods. And the castle's there, and then it looks over all the rolling fields down there. It's a beautiful place. I've got the saltire flying up there as well. That's the other side. Really is in a beautiful setting. This would be like the main entrance, I take it. It says above the door, it's got a coat of arms. Looks like 2 hunting dogs. Blaw Hunter, Blaw Thy Horn. That's what it says, that's quite cool. Blaw Hunter, Blaw Thy Horn. Forester. That's the coat of arms. It's pretty cool. Well, that's the video over. That's the Broch, the Blue Pool and the castle down at Torwood. It's been a beautiful day, beautiful wee wander. Like I say, if you're out in nature, just respect it, respect people's boundaries and stuff. Enjoy yourself, enjoy nature. And but that's that for this one anyway, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Oh well, a wee side note, I went back round to the Broch to get some pictures because I forgot to take some pictures for my Instagram when I was there. And I thought, while I'm there, I may as well get that tree slice for a tabletop or something. And I'd avoided the muck all the way around, and then I fell right into it. White trainers day, but they're old anyway, but all worth it. I got a wizard stick and a tree slice for a tabletop or a chopping board, so well worth the adventure. Catch you in the next one.